The discussion of which is the best lightsaber duel in Star Wars is a really great debate. I know a lot of people are going to pick some from the prequels, like the battle between Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan in The Phantom Menace, or of course, the battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. One battle that I would argue for is the battle between Luke and Vader in Return of the Jedi. We could get into those battles another time, but one battle that I think would be a great contender, if not number one, definitely top 5, is this fight between Asajj Ventress and Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars micro-series. For two people who've never met each other before, there's a lot at stake here for both of them. Other than losing one's life, this is all about proving oneself. You see this a little bit earlier, where after the Chancellor was praising Anakin, believing that he is ready to lead a clone squad to battle against a droid army in space over the planet Mulist. You see Anakin a little annoyed and frustrated over Obi-Wan insisting that Anakin is not ready for this type of responsibility. Anakin feels that Obi-Wan is doubting him in his abilities, which can't be said about Ventress. Ventress wants to be a Sith and a pupil to Count Dooku, but the only way for her to prove herself is to fight and potentially kill Anakin Skywalker, which I imagine is Sidious's way of testing Anakin to become a potential replacement for Count Dooku. But Dooku doesn't need to know that. All he needs to know is that Anakin needs to die, and that's good enough for Dooku. Anyway, back to what seems to be Yavin 4. This scene where Ventress picks off each clone trooper one by one is like a scene straight out from Predator. It was so beautiful, eerie, and again, not just from Predator, but straight up from a horror movie. And then right there, once the battle stage has been set by Ventress, it is go time. These two go at each other hard, like really hard. I have never seen a lightsaber fight where clothes are ripped and tattered. There's kicking in the face. They use force powers. They're throwing shit at each other. It's awesome. Even in the rain, like when they pause for a moment and you see the rain dribble down and you see the lightsaber sizzle, that's really cool. Both of them are pushed to the brink with their backs against the walls. And at one point, Anakin loses his own lightsaber again. And the only way that Anakin could win is if he unleashes the beast. And he most certainly does. He taps into the dark side, takes one of Ventress's lightsabers, and just wails on Ventress, much like Luke did in Return of the Jedi when he went apeshit on Vader. But finally, Anakin pushes too far, and this leads to what was assumed at the time, Ventress's death. Anakin then lets out a primal scream before tossing Ventress's lightsaber into the abyss. Not only was this fight brutal and satisfying, this is one of the best moments where you get to see Anakin slowly turning into Darth Vader, a glimpse at the monster that he's destined to become.